some real money in the room.
I think everybody saw the 18-person indictment that was issued upon the Rollin 60's, specifically Big U.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture.
You as double OG from Nicholas and Garden's Watts, what did you make of this, the Rollin 60's Rico?
Well, first and foremost out there in TV land, it's a door opener as a lesson to all. And if you young niggas from young and old and quote unquote gangsters, killers, headbusters, whatever you want to categorize yourself in right about now, are not taking heed and learning from this, then you'll be next up. However, we're living in a world now where it's digitized. Me, the reason why I'm able to survive and I'm going to surpass in the survival of this digital world is because A1, I'm a great listener. 2, I'm a learner. 3, I was a born leader. My daddy gave me these genes. My hood didn't give them to me. I earned them in my hood. My daddy gave them to me as a man. See, before I became a bounty hunter, I became a man first. That's foremost for anything. That should be for all of us. You got to be a man first. Before your gang, for any nigga could tell you, hey, you do this, you do that, then you're not a man. So this is why a lot of dudes can't make their own decisions. So this Rico act itself is, I wouldn't sit here and take the time and the elements to just bash Big U or bash him upside the head. Like a whole lot of people gonna take advantage of these moments because now he gone. He gonna be gone for the rest of his life. Because for me, that's coward shit. And then me knowing myself and having the presence and being in his present beings on numerous occasions, that if I had any problem against this man or had anything that I had to say, whether it was me and my crew, him and his crew, I had the opportunity to do them then, say anything I want to say then. So I wouldn't sit here and discredit him, man. What I'm going to do is give you my professional opinion as an activist from the streets and coming from the hood once upon a time and being from them eras of the gang culture and things of that nature, the violations of individuals placing themselves in these positions. You can't blame nobody, because we all, at some point, especially when you're placed in a position of power, you have this dark side. So we all know about the dark side at some point. Some of us have a dark side where, me personally, my dark side is past tense. There's no way I'm going to allow the leakage of my dark side to be an interference of me seeing the cloud of clearness in which I'm living now today. That's backwards. I might as well be back in my hood on the block with my money, my richness, my success, and feeding my homies negativity, playing the role, and then come back over here with the white folks and get these checks and play the role. Like I'm about to be, congratulated and postmarked. I mean, not postmarked, but post photoed come this Friday, by the city council and assemblyman of 64 district and the city of my city council and my city of Watts, for my direction and my true advocacy as a real activist for my community to push that line and say lies for 12 years. It wasn't documented from us. We didn't get that credit. And although I still was there consistently, but I was in the streets. I was devoted to my activists as far as the community of Watts, but behind Watts, nigga, it was bounty hunter. I was still in them streets, getting my money, b-boying and hunting like a motherfucker. So this is why I say where the mixture comes in at, where it comes to a cutoff line, a cutoff point in your life where you have to take the sincerity of saying, all right, I did this, I did enough of this, and I did that. Enough is enough. I'm really going to devote myself to this. So it's like, this is where it leads to the dark side. So you can't mix the dark with the light, too. And unfortunately, this is what happened with the homie, you know what I'm saying, me, Big U, and him allowing himself to be caught up in the mixture of the dark and the light. Because when you speak on the light, yes, it's a whole lot of greatness that this man have done for his community, for the youngins, his sons, his son being involved in the football league with the Chargers and stuff. That's big. That's big. That's like super, super big to even know that, to gravitate to that level or something like that, and have that goal set and then achieve it. So that's the light that I'm talking about as far as the goodness and the light. And then over here you got the dark. You got these old young, big mouth young niggas over here don't know better, but they fascinated and truly, truly fascinated behind the leadership and the pointee of what's being drawn to them. So all you gotta do is do this. Wind them up in the back and go. And you feel me? And this is what we're seeing. But now, seeing this, you're going to see shit unfold. You're about to see who going to hold their cup of water, man, like this juice I'm sipping on. You going to hold that cup or you going to let it spill? It's only two things you got in this situation. And see, when you're dealing with them alphabetic men, when the alphabet men come, they come. And it ain't no play, Toad. 98% conviction rate, bruh. 98%. And it's just sad how the internet will go in to me, they're going to beat this, and what if they beat this and they're going to be, ain't no what if shit. The deals on the table off top is anywhere between 10, 15, 20 off top. That's to get you fired up and let you know we ain't fucking around. You go to trial, we taking your life from you. Now, what do you want to do? You can either cooperate and make us an album, or you can take this prelim deal right here. Plea out on your shit, what you done, what you participate on, because we got you on all these wiretaps. You can say, yeah, that's me. I did that. Yeah, I said that, man. Yeah, fuck it. Give me my 25 years, man. Or you going to cooperate. It's either or. Ain't no in between, man. It's a fucked up situation. I hate to say it like that, TV land, but you know me. It's ROE, man. Uncut, raw, riveting, for the people, by the people, to the people, man.
Cappuccino. So earlier when you were talking, you said he wouldn't be getting out. What makes you so sure of that statement? Because the law says innocent until proven guilty.
And you're absolutely right. But just being a former street guy, coming from that lifestyle, once living that particular lifestyle, and knowing the rules and regulations of it, and knowing how the jurisdictional system get down and how they play, chances are that's why my prediction is that way. Hopefully it's not that. I mean, but you got to think about it. We're talking about guys over 45 to 50 years old caught up in indictments. 25 to 30 years of their life, that's the expectation of a black man's life at an elderly age anyway. So that means 70, 80, we supposed to be clocked out and checked out at some point, as they say. My predictions, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that number. I'm out there that number. I'm gonna go out like the Godfather in my big old garden, shit, old as hell, watching my grandbabies outside or something, or out there fucking my pets or my damn livestock or something, man. Old, truly old, because that's gonna be the blessings of God gonna give to me. So that's just my prediction, coming from the streets and knowing the jurisdictional system and knowing their rules. That's why I say chances are they may take his life from me. And you got to understand, we're not talking about petty crimes. We're not talking about petty charges. There are allegedly charges, but these allegedly charges, what people don't want to fuck swallow and accept these are fact charges. When I say fact, F-A-C-T, fact, meaning they got them, or they wouldn't be charging them this shit. They're not going to charge and waste hundreds of millions of dollars of federal money to try to prosecute on a humbug. They doing this shit because they say, all right, enough is enough. Let's go. We've been on this shit for a few years now. We got everything and something we need. We could have waited another 2 years. We still was going to win. So this is why my prediction is the way it is. It's all bad, man, and it's sad because, like I said, at some point of our lives, man, as men, bro, we got to know how to just really, really take that accountability and that leap and really man up and take that real transition of change and say, okay, I'm out the game. When I say I'm out the game, I'm really out the game, meaning you're really retired. You don't do nothing illegal, nothing illegitimate, nothing is going to jeopardize your freedom as an entrepreneur and a CEO who merged over from the streets as a factor and became a factor in the corporate world. Hell no, man. I learned that shit in the game, and I'm glad I did. And what I mean by that, Toon, was my blackball experience, being blackmailed and, being blackballed in certain areas because of my temperament and me putting hands on individuals and, whooping on producers and directors and artists and actors and shit in the game, man. Coming in the game with that temperament. And I was like, no, I won't never grow to achieve goals that I'm putting before myself or have any form of success if I don't revamp my characteristics, bro, because this ain't what I got in the game for. If I'm going to do this, I might as well go on a flip and take this shit to the streets. So I had to make those choices. You know what I'm saying? You can't be half in and half out. It's either this is what you really want to do or this ain't what. So this is why I gave up my crown as one of the main to-go-to activists in Watts coming up out the Nixon Garden, because a lot of my people knew I spoke the truth. And I'm going to speak from the heart, from my people for real. Or I ain't finna speak on it. So I ain't going to lie like a lot of these old fake-ass activists and shit doing. I ain't going to sit here and knowing they just paid me $400,000. I got a check right now for $400. Me, my kids, my sisters, my siblings, we finna eat. But I'm finna come out here and lie to the public. Man, I ain't doing that shit. I got too much heart and pride and loyalty within myself and from my hood. I wouldn't do that shit. It became a problem. I became a threat. Now they talking about me behind my back under closed doors behind the meeting. So now when the meetings has been held, make sure he don't come or he don't know about the meeting or they'll throw the date off. I went through all that shit in the days during the Peachtree eras. Until where I said, man, you know what? That's when I got involved into having an epiphany of I can do this film shit and make a set career for myself. I can do this music and make a set career for myself. So I transitioned. And I let the activist world go. But I did it for 12 years of my life, 12 straight consecutive years, bro, putting it down, smashing it. And cats wasn't doing nothing but stealing from the communities, stealing from my own people. So I walked away from the shit. And they still doing it right now today. And this is why we in the worst situation now, because what this does is this indictment trickles down now and it brings conflict. See, I told y'all, don't get them mother money. They ain't nothing but hardened criminals. They gonna put on the suit and fake on us, Johnny. Don't give them no damn money. So now anybody who really got righteous, good means, who have a nonprofit organization, who's a good activist, who really got good means for their community or for the people, man, you're gonna have to probably die and almost commit suicide to get some money now, because they talking about cutting federal grants, cutting state grants, cutting money for these type of things, for gang interventions, substance interventions, the things that we need. But the most primary things that we need in our communities, that's communities globally, not just my hood and Nixon, just Watts, the JDs, PJs, the Haitianas, Watts, period, globally, is to bring back the after-school curricular programs, man. Bring back the trade programs in our schools, junior high school, elementary, and high school. Bring back the fact that these sheriffs, all the money they used to get, and re-facilitate the money back to the communities for our sons, our kids to be able to play football, baseball, basketball leagues. And all we had to do as parents, pay for their physical. Now, if you couldn't pay $50 or $35 for your child physical, you just a sorry parent. But that's the method we need to get back to, man. Straight up. Now, I don't know if I took you off a limb with that one, but it's just pure facts, Toon.
Hey, RealToon, it's some real money in the room.